Well, hello, all my model car building buddies. This is Glenn's Models. I'm Glenn, and they say I'm lazy, but it takes all my time. I'm pretty sure I've used that one before, but you gotta figure I've done over 200 of these I'm Glenn things, and I'm bound to repeat myself at one point or the other. So slack must be given. Okay, where am I at? Right here. Spotlight Hobbies. They have in some new stuff and some old stuff that's back. The Rebel Atlantis 57 Nomad is back on the shelves. If you want one, you can get it now. And the Rebel Stranger Things VW T3 van, still got that. But here's the new stuff. They got the AMT 51 Chevy, but it's the Chrome edition. And all the ones I'm about to read here, the three of them. And they got the chrome chassis, exhaust, some more motor parts. I'm not sure what all parts are chrome on them, but they got a lot of it. So it's the AMT 51 Chevy. That's a nice kit too. I have one. And Revel 62 Impala. And the AMT 60 Ford Starliner. Now all of those are the chrome editions with the extra chrome parts. The chassis has been chromed and exhaust and stuff like that. Make cool lowriders or show cars out of any of those. So that's there. All right, now where am I at? I don't have a lot to do to show. All my projects had been on hold past couple of days because it was the 3rd, and that's when I get my Social Security, and I've been shopping and going to the dog food store, and I still gotta get to Hobby Lobby to get some paint, and glue, because I'm about out of glue. You can't run out of glue. That's the worst thing you can do. Let me see. Yeah, so I ain't gotten a whole lot of work done, but I got some stuff to show and talk about here for a few minutes. Donnie picked this up for me while he was in Tupelo the other day, and I don't know how I missed this. I kind of remember seeing it not too long ago, but I never did get one, and I'm sorry I didn't, and I'm glad I got this one now, because it's pretty cool. I like these. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go through some of the parts, like, you know how long this quarter panel is? These are the kind of cars that I like to make a Pro Street out of, with the big tires up under there. A big old car like this that you don't normally expect to be a hot rod, and then the big old wheels under there, and motors sticking up through the hood sometimes. Yeah, it's got the U chassis under it, but I'm pretty sure the chassis and everything from the 57 Ford gasser, I'm thinking all that stuff will fit under it, maybe. Might have to do a little modifying. Get a really cool decal sheet, man. Lots of eye charts and cool decals. I like the 410 horsepowers too. I always like to put the horsepower up there, especially if I'm lying about it, lowballing it. Anyway, yeah, and this is weird too, because I may have had this kit before. I don't know. I have one of these in my parts box and one of these guys. I recognize some of these, but then again, I don't. Now this steering wheel, I hope I can get it off of there without breaking it some more. That's going to go in Grandpa's Grim Sleeper. That's going to be his steering wheel. And over here, these pointy bullets, I got another one of these over there already. This is a bit of a mystery. I should have this kit, but I looked everywhere and I don't have this kit. I don't know. It's a mystery. Anyway, I am going to build it as a Pro Street, not custom, just straight stock looking, sleeper. There we go, sleeper. Except I may add some of I don't know, I might add some of the custom stuff. Not this big old honking front end or the surfboard, but I like these big old fender skirts. Oh, these are, I don't know what those are. I think they might be padding that goes up in the wheel well on a custom car. Yeah, I could be wrong. I probably am. I am usually wrong about everything. There's cool front end pieces. There's a lot of extra stuff in here that a body can use on different cars. We have trophy. I love trophies. I got a bunch of trophies. And I put them all together one time. I got them on a display. I don't know if I've ever showed that. And here's some other stuff and some things. Okay, I guess I was unboxing it, but that's all the farther I'm going with it. Yeah, this is cool. This is a cool kit. I didn't know about it, or maybe I did. I don't know. That's one of the things about having a short memory. You get to relive things a lot. Marauder. It's weird. I just can't understand. And I should be able to find it, in my model stuff over here. And nope, not there anywhere. Okay, well, we'll move on. You guys got this thing on your phone where you can tap it like an assistant and say, tell me something and it'll help you out. I got the one on here, and I asked it, there's got a lady's voice on there, and I asked it, I said, can you give me a slang phrase that I can use when I want to tell people to quit talking? And she said, shut up. I thought, well, how rude is that? So I just hung up on her. I turned the phone off. I ain't asking her nothing again. That was, well, what do you want? I'm low on material. I do want to say something though. Look, Highway Patrol. Have y'all watched that TV show? It's on YouTube. It's old black and white, and it's shot in the mid to late 50s. There's cars on there I didn't even know existed. You watch it, you see all these weird old cars, and I've been trying to, identify them. I bet you my friend Pamela Hirschhorn could. She knows everything about old cars. Anyway, it's fun to watch because a couple of things. You get to watch actors trying to do a job that they have no idea how to do it. You see them poking at something like that. And the other thing, like on one of them, the guy says they were going to go rob a gas station, bad guys, and he brought out this tire that was just about bald, and he says, put this on the car, and we'll go to the gas station, and while the guy's changing it, I'll go in and rob the place. And the guy says, cool, give me the tire. And he handed it to him, and he leaned it up against the car and took out a screwdriver and started taking the hubcap off. The funny thing about it, the tire he gave him had no rim. It was just a tire. How in the world was he going to change that tire without a breakdown machine or air to air it up or anything? It's hilarious. If you watch for this stuff, it's really funny. Plus, you get to see the old cars. Highway Patrol. It is. And also the guy that stars in it, Broderick Crawford, I think. If you watch his face from one episode to the next, he's always got dents in it and scars, black bruises. I think he's a bar brawler. He looks like a bar brawler. Okay, well, I'm going to move on. I do have some models to show. Remember this one? I thought last time I'm going to make a flat top out of it, and I don't know if you could tell it or not, but I shaved his chin off down here. It was a little bit, and I had these corner marker lights, and I shaved that off, and I'm working on putting an angle to the bottom. It's still got It's still got a little ways to go right there. And I got the chassis. This is the rail that's sacrificing itself for this. I literally cut it in half. There's just as much left it as is staying. Anyway, that'll be cool on here, up under there. And the motor for it is coming. I made my spotlight order, and it's coming in the mail. And when it gets here, I'll have cool motor to go in this thing. It should be a quick build, I'm thinking, because the chassis is pretty much just build it, and then the motor drops in. A little bit of body work, and I'm probably lying to you. It's going to be a big deal. But I got nothing. Once in a while on the way in here to work, I like to stop and get a box of chicken, so in case I get hungry. See? And just in case I get hungry. And I did. Let me see. I got some notes here I'm going over. And I'm just trying to keep track of myself. Okay, well, I got 3 cars that I suppose I'm going to brag on them a little bit in the disguise of just showing them. This is my Impala of some indiscriminate year that I can't remember. Probably a 2, 3, or 4. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice kit. The AMT kit, I don't know, it might be Rebel. The trunk opens. Again, for no reason. What are you going to put in the trunk of a funny car? Not luggage, not a battery, not a fuel cell. Anyway, let me show you underneath of it. It wasn't easy making these traction bars and everything to fit with that X chassis. Oh, I got to get a better grip on it. I'm about to drop it. Don't drop it. There it is. Yeah, those are scratch-built traction bars. Yes, they are. And then the front, you see these front radius rods? Those are the wheelie bars that come off of a 67 Chevelle Pro Street. Yeah, I stripped the chrome off of them and painted them red and added them to the chassis there. Got another one in Bluetooth drive shafts. And let me see. What is going on? Is there anything in the trunk? Air. That's where I keep it. Okay, that's it back there. And, oh man, I put the whole interior up in this bad boy. They had decals on the door panels. Got a steering wheel. Got one little gauge in the dashboard. How many do you need? Come on. There's some decals in the backlight. There's the seat. Oh, it's even got seat belts. and a fire extinguisher bottle. Shifter with a linkage going forward. That come out of that Studebaker kit. I love that shifter, man, because it's got all that extra stuff to it. There's the steering. Look at that. Got the brake pedal. Actually, I found out, and I never knew this, and I don't know why I didn't know it, but that shifter, that's supposed to be the brake. The brake pedal over there is supposed to be the clutch. And no shifter because it's an in and out transmission. You put in the clutch and then throw a lever somewhere and it just locks straight through. No shifting. Yeah, I didn't know that. You'd think I would because I have researched and studied these things for 100 years. But no, look, 4-speed transmission. Okay, the next one is an Impala. Let me let her loop around a couple times. Well, yeah, look at my notes. Yeah, okay, now, this one the trunk don't open. Who knew? But I have, you can stop there, Jigger. Alrighty. Man, this has got a pretty paint job on it. I like the paint job on this bad boy. Okay. For one thing, I moved the wheel wells about as far forward as I legally could. Got that long, I love the long quarter panel look. It's just something about it. Got wheelie bars on it, traction bars, and I'm not sure. I think those might be scratch built. Maybe. And then here's the front end. Got some shocks on there and springs and an axle. Got the moon tank on the front. Now let's check out and see if it's got a motor in it. Oh yeah, no, notice the back seat delete. It's got that tin work up over the back with the cool stripy things. And we have a big block Chevy that has fuel injection. I've got a fuel pump, but no fuel lines because I'm lazy. It does got plug wires. Yep, okay. Well, this one's come out pretty good. I'm not real. Yeah, I am. I like it. I was going to say I'm not going to brag on it, but I really like it. I like this. Hit the zoom here. Now, for some reason, I just found this little drag chute laying here on the table, so I wonder what it bounced off of. Didn't come off of that. Oh, it come off of the other Impala. And we put it over there so I don't lose it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it all right. And the last one to show you, as I'm going to put it up here and run it around. Let it circle a couple times. This is that, 53 Victoria. There you go, 53 Vicky Ford. And I moved the wheel wells forward on it and filled it up with gas. These Volkswagen front tires. I've seen a lot of older cars running the foreign car front tires on there because they're lighter and skinnier, less resistance. So I thought, hey, those look pretty good. This is an older funny car, probably one of the first ones down the line, or maybe even a gasser that turned into a funny car at one point. I really like it. This again is an awesome, one of my favorites, because they did put a lot of work into it, except for the drive shaft. There's something wrong with me when it comes to drive shafts. I don't know. Got some traction bars. Is that another set of... No, I don't know what those radius rods come from. I think they're parts pack. No, I didn't have any parts pack back then. This part is scratch built. I must have made them. Actually, they do look kind of like some of my homemade stuff. Oh, look inside there, man. I got two-tone interior. Got a fire bottle and a shifter. That prerequisite steering wheel. And if you look, there's a nut in the middle of the steering wheel there holding it on. Horn button's been removed and got a little nut down in there. I know, sometimes I go for the extra little piece of detail there. Or I used to. Oh, look at that, man. Got some gauges set in the dash. A tachyometer. Woo. Best part is that steering wheel with the nut in the middle holding it on. that looks so cool. I barely remember doing that. Come on, hood. Motor's loose. I don't know how come it's loose. Let me see. I'm not sure what that motor is. It could be the one that came with the car, or it could be the one... I think it's the one that come with a 57 gasser, Ford gasser. And then parts box parts after that. Neato. Yeah, I really like this guy. I'm going to leave him circle. Well, I tell you a quick story. Make this a shorter episode. I doubt it. My proficiency at not shutting up, notwithstanding. Okay. Yeah. This happened to me at the Ford place because I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention, but Bruce, the shop foreman, come and get me. He says there's a brand new brown LTD out front with the stink coming out the vents. Once the heater warms up and starts blowing, it stinks like hell. I said, okay, well, I'll find it and fix it. And I pulled it up in my stall and spent the next 2 hours disassembling the dash and taking it out. I had to pull the steering column out and the dash pad and the radio and the instrument cluster and the glove box and the doodads and the trim digits and all that extra stuff because the vents are under everything. Even this big fiberglass molded thing that everything hooks to, I even had to take that out. And then I grabbed the vents, got them all out of there. I said, okay. I went and got some bleach. And I said, I'm going to clean them out with some bleach. And I was sitting there washing them out and stuff. Bruce come back, check on me. He says, how's it going back here? You've been back here a long time with it. And I said, what do you mean? This is a big job. It's going to take a little while longer. And he says, what are you doing? I'm getting the stink out of the vents. Oh, you know why? You can't. I said, I really don't. I told him I really don't smell anything out of them, but I'm gonna wash them out. And he said, you want to know why you ain't smelling nothing? Why? Because this is the wrong car. And I'm like, oh, well, that explains that. What? He said, yeah. I said, what is this car here for? He said, a dome light burned out. Just need to put a bulb in up there. Oh. Okay, well, I'll do that while I'm putting everything back in it. And I did. I had to sit there for another hour and a half putting it all back together. But since I was familiar at the point with how it all come apart and went back together, the other one, when I pulled it in, I'm like, oh, yeah, this thing reeks. And I pulled it in, stripped it down just like the other and got the vents out. You know what it was? Leaves and stuff got down in the vents up here and decayed and went down inside the heater box and was laying around in the bottom, and they molded. So whenever the heater started blowing hot, it'd blow that moldy air through the vents right out in your face. It was bad. And I took and cleaned it out and used the stuff on it. But man, that was so stupid, tearing down the wrong car. I didn't get in trouble for it or nothing. I was a good employee. But still, that was dumb. That was me being dumb. Okay, well, that's about it. I was going to say I'm the oldest of 3 sons, and I figured the reason there was 3 of us is because my parents kept trying until they got one they liked. That really doesn't relate to anything I've been saying this whole time, but I had to get that out there. Sometimes a joke just has to be told. Well, it's at the point where I'm going to have to ask y'all to do a little work. I know it. Oh, it's so terrible. I'm sorry. But if you don't mind hitting a like over here, like ding, ding, hit that little like that right there, ding, like that. And give me a comment. Hey, man, you doing all right. Keep going. Like that. And a share. Come on, share with your buddies. You don't want to piss your mom off. And what's that other? Comment. Oh, I love reading the comments. I'm having a heck of a time keeping up with answering them, which I'm I'm trying. I'm trying to hit the ones with questions first. Anyway, that's everything from me and a bunch of stuff. So, okay. Well, I will see y'all later. Bye. I love everybody.